Okay, welcome, big people. So, today I want us to talk about trend lines. So, many of you have been into this uh, trading, but not all understand well about trend lines. So, we look at least to understand how trend line works and how you analyze the market before you make an entry. So, the first thing I would like us to at least get into knowing better, it's how you draw your trend lines. A trend line should be should be used to show you some support where you should have a minimum of three touches where the price touches the trend line at least three times. So onto this, I want us to understand the trend line breakouts and its retest. The first thing you do, you draw a trend line, and the more the trend line has touches on it, the more it shows the stronger support. So, like mine here have at least three touches. You can see the first one, the second one, and the third one. So, when you combine trend line with price action, you cannot miss some good entries. For example, here I can see I can see this breakout. So for a good entry, immediately after a trend line is broken, you don't have to enter the market. So like here, after the trend line breaks you have to at least wait for a single retest before you make an entry. That would be better. So a good entry would be here. So another thing about the trend line on how you take your profits, a good strategy is the commonly one that I use. You're supposed to draw lines on the previous touches of a trend line. Example, this. So this would be the first take profit, and then the second take profit would be this. When you combine with the previous action, the third take profit would be here. So that's why I usually advise, don't rely on one strategy, especially the trend lines. And also, okay, so to just summarize, you don't enter the market immediately after the breaks the pattern. You only wait for the market to retest. This is the retest. So wait for the retest before making an entry. Then if you have many orders, of which many of you trade with many orders, this way you take your first profits. And this way you take the second profits and the third take profit. You ensure you draw these lines where the price touches the trend line. Actually, another thing that helps in trading, you have to take the angle of the trend. The angle, the angle of the trend shows how steep the trend is and the momentum of the trend, so that you can know for how long will you hold the trend. Actually, these are flag patterns. You have to expect flag patterns in a good trend. So, okay, as I finish on this, trendline topic, let me touch a bit on the head and shoulder concept which I talked about in the previous video. So if you have not watched, kindly check so that you get the right information on it. So I talked about the head and shoulder and the reversed head and shoulder, which is the same concept, but in different times of the market, which is bullish and bearish market. So when you combine trend lines with price action, this like the patterns, the candlestick patterns, head and shoulder in it. Head and shoulder is among the currently the best candlestick patterns